Sup you guys, the name is Blank and I have another assessment that I need to pass. This time I have an assessment titled Function and Complete with the task for me to combine the mechanics of a pickup type game like Super Mario and Bejeweled along with the classic Tic-Tac-Toe game that is good for 2 to 4 players. It is a bit more advanced game than the chase game in the previous video, since the only mechanic is that the players need to flip the cards as fast as they would flip the bird on the 45th president of the US whenever they have the chance. And there would be more gears such as the dice and cards. But we're going to use only 3 types of tokens for this game. Now after some testing, I've come up with a game that is like Tic-Tac-Toe, with the 3 mechanics being to pick up, to place, and to block. At the start of the game, there would be a 3-to-3 grid with 9 squares, but each square has a block token. Both players need to remove the block token first in order for them to place their own tokens on the chosen square. They both have a maximum of 2 actions for each turn. They are allowed to use 1 action only, such as only removing the block token when needed. The first action combo is to remove the block token and place their own token on the square. Now the next one is when the player has the block token on their hand, they can use that token to stack another block token, just like the board game Tac. The best way to use that mechanic is when the players have a free space and they can place their own token in the space to use that block token they took out before in order for the other player to not use the first action combo, since that would count as free actions if they do. And the last action combo to talk about is if at least 2 block tokens are stacked. You can remove both of them from the square. But if there are 3 or more block tokens that are stacked, then you are only allowed to remove 2 and leave the rest on the square. The best description that I can think of for this game is that it is similar on the gameplay to Connect 4 that lets you stack and block. The next section will be for me to playtest, and this time it is for me to observe and let the other players play the game with the knowledge of the mechanics and without asking any questions or help. This is in order for me to test if the game is both functional and complete. Then I'll switch with one of the players and play the game again to make sure. Is that 2? Is that a stack of 2? No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. He won this. Is it one only?
Already won!
After explaining briefly about the game along with the mechanics, the players managed to play the game mostly without any loopholes or dead ends. There had been a time when the player took out a 2-stack block token and placed their token, which was the total of 3 actions. But overall, the game went by smoothly. I have even tested the previous player who was recording the second playtest that I'm in by purposely leaving out a move right at the end when I just stack a block token instead of taking out the block token and replace it with my own. Fortunately, she managed to call it out almost immediately, and it proves that it is easy to understand, it is functional, and it is complete. And that's the end of the video. By the time I was recording, it is already past 12 a.m. right now, and I am so stressed about the edit right now. And I have to do this process again for the next damn 10 weeks. But at the end of the day, it is rewarding for me to make something and turn out so well. And it's really enjoyable, and I love it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, healthy, and happy. See ya.